The resilience within your lower mobility systems erodes silently without awareness. One day you find yourself wrestling to ascend from seating positions, weeks progress and stairway traversal becomes overwhelming, then routine activities morph into significant hurdles. This process exceeds natural temporal progression, it embodies muscular dissolution, hushed, persistent, and alarmingly neglected. The harsh reality: your locomotive appendages decline foremost. When this deterioration initiates, steadiness compromises, movement capacity contracts, and accident potential multiplies exponentially. A single incident can revolutionize everything completely: skeletal fractures, medical institutionalization, and self-reliance termination. However, encouraging truth exists: this decline proves completely avoidable. The solution resides within nutritional wisdom. Most believe physical conditioning exclusively builds muscular power, yet dietary decisions carry equivalent importance. Your physiological system requires specific nutrients for tissue reconstruction, bone density preservation, and locomotive appendage strength maintenance throughout life's journey. In today's discussion, we're revealing 6 potent dietary elements capable of decelerating locomotive appendage weakness, revitalizing muscular capacity, and supporting decades of continued activity. Stay committed until completion, because one featured element likely exists in your storage area, though you're consuming insufficient amounts. Before proceeding, activate that approval button and subscribe for weekly transformative health guidance, then share below. Have you observed recent changes in your locomotive appendage strength? Let's begin now. Primary selection: sweet potatoes. Your muscular network demands energy sources, specifically enduring fuel types that won't rapidly exhaust, avoiding midday weakness, lethargy, or complete depletion. Sweet potatoes deliver precisely this requirement. Most remain unaware that maturation reduces your system's energy storage and utilization efficiency. Fatigue manifests earlier, muscular responses decelerate, and routine tasks like stair navigation or grocery transport become increasingly demanding. This transcends mere strength: endurance becomes crucial. Sweet potatoes excel among endurance-supporting nutritional sources. Unlike processed carbohydrates such as white bread or pasta creating rapid glucose spikes followed by energy crashes, sweet potatoes provide complex carbohydrate abundance. These compounds decompose slowly, delivering consistent energy distribution across extended time frames. Your muscular network receives necessary fuel without dramatic fluctuations, supporting all-day activity maintenance. Energy alone proves inadequate. When muscles recover improperly, they deteriorate over time. Each step, every motion creates microscopic muscular tears. Youth enabled swift repair, but maturation slows this process. Without appropriate nutrients, recovery suffers, producing stiffness, discomfort, and gradual muscular decline. Sweet potatoes become increasingly powerful here. They contain vitamin A abundance, a vital antioxidant facilitating muscular tissue repair. This produces faster recovery, reduced discomfort, and enhanced locomotive appendage strength over time. Instead of awakening with rigid, aching locomotive appendages requiring flexibility restoration, your muscular network remains adaptable and responsive. Superior recovery generates improved movements, and improved movements generate independence. Another internal enemy lurks: inflammation. Chronic inflammation primarily causes age-related muscular strength reduction. It silently consumes muscular fibers, complicating movements and elevating injury risks. This doesn't occur instantly. It accumulates over years, making daily activities progressively more challenging. Sweet potatoes contain anti-inflammatory compound abundance combating this hidden enemy. They possess beta-carotene, reducing systemic oxidative stress. Oxidative stress accelerates cellular aging, damaging muscles, joints, and tissues. Enhanced combat capability improves muscular performance. Don't overlook potassium, among locomotive appendage strength's most undervalued nutrients. Potassium significantly impacts muscular contractions, nerve functionality, and hydration. Insufficient potassium produces cramping, weakness, and elevated fall risks. Sweet potatoes provide excellent potassium sources, supporting muscular strength, coordination, and responsiveness. Here's undisclosed information: your digestive health directly correlates with muscular strength. When your gut doesn't absorb nutrients properly, your muscular network doesn't receive necessary fuel. Sweet potatoes contain fiber abundance, supporting digestive health through proper digestion promotion and enhanced nutrient absorption. Healthier digestion means your system more efficiently utilizes proteins, vitamins, and minerals for muscular maintenance. How do you incorporate sweet potatoes regularly into your diet? It's simpler than expected. Roast them, mash them, or transform them into fries. Include them in salads, soups, or smoothies. They're naturally sweet, versatile, and complement nearly everything. Unlike processed carbohydrates, they won't produce heavy or sluggish post-consumption feelings. When you desire continued movement, climbing, and powerful standing into advanced years, sweet potato dietary incorporation represents one of the simplest yet most potent modifications possible. Strong locomotive appendages aren't exclusively exercise-dependent. They require proper nutritional fueling so your muscular network can support you for years ahead. Secondary selection: oats. Most perceive them as nothing beyond bland breakfast alternatives, but what if these tiny grains could serve as secret weapons for more powerful, resilient locomotive appendages? Maturation initially manifests through rapid locomotive appendage fatigue. Stair climbing feels more challenging, prolonged standing becomes draining, and most concerning, muscular weakness develops, making simple movements feel like struggles. Why does this happen? It transcends maturation alone, it concerns muscular fuel sources. Your locomotive appendages require movement energy, not any energy, but sustained, consistent fuel maintaining activity without crashes. Oats excel here. Unlike refined grains elevating blood glucose and causing exhaustion, oats possess low glycemic indexes. They release energy gradually, maintaining activity and preventing sudden fatigue. Have you experienced afternoon sluggishness and drainage? This occurs because most depend on processed foods that exhaust rapidly, leaving them operating on empty reserves. Oats conversely maintain stable energy levels, ensuring muscular network doesn't fail when most needed. Benefits extend beyond energy. Your locomotive appendages consist of powerful muscles requiring protein for strength maintenance. Over time, insufficient protein consumption causes muscular shrinkage, producing weakness, instability, and balance issues. Oats supply plant-based protein, supporting muscular fiber rebuilding and maintenance. While differing from steak or eggs, it serves vital functions in locomotive appendage strength maintenance. Let's address commonly overlooked aspects: circulation. Your locomotive appendages depend on consistent oxygen-rich blood flow for strength and mobility maintenance. Poor circulation produces weaker muscles, slower recovery, and increased cramping and fatigue risks. Oats contribute here. They contain rich iron content, an essential mineral supporting oxygen transport throughout your system. When experiencing lightheadedness, weakness, or noticing faster locomotive appendage fatigue than normal, iron deficiency could be responsible. Without adequate iron, muscular network doesn't receive necessary oxygen, producing sluggish and drained sensations. Then there's magnesium, a locomotive appendage health game changer. Magnesium serves crucial muscular function roles, preventing cramps, spasms, and intolerable locomotive appendage heaviness. When awakening with painful nocturnal locomotive appendage cramps, your system likely craves additional magnesium. Oats provide easy, natural methods for ensuring muscular relaxation and cramp prevention. The genuine secret: oats demonstrate remarkable versatility. You needn't consume identical monotonous oatmeal bowls each morning. Include them in smoothies for energy enhancement, sprinkle on yogurt with berries for delicious snacks, or bake into homemade protein bars for convenient muscle-fueling treats. Reality shows most overlook simple solutions. They seek complicated answers when strength, endurance, and mobility actually depend on proper nourishment. Oats provide exactly what locomotive appendages need for remaining strong, energized, and pain-free. Don't underestimate this simple grain's power. When committed to easy locomotive appendage movement maintenance, establish oats as daily routines. Third selection. Avocado. Most consider them trendy superfoods, but what if this creamy green fruit holds secrets to stronger, more flexible, pain-free locomotive appendages? When discussing locomotive appendage strength building and maintenance, most immediately consider protein, and yes, protein matters, but it's partial. Truth is, muscular network doesn't solely need protein, it needs more overlooked elements, beneficial fats. Avocados rank among finest muscle-supporting fat sources available. Let's begin with inflammation. During maturation, inflammation becomes silent adversaries. You might not initially notice slight morning stiffness, dull aches after extended walking, but over time, inflammation accumulates, making movement more challenging and painful. Monounsaturated fats found in avocados become essential here. Unlike unhealthy fats contributing to inflammation, these beneficial fats actively decrease it. They maintain joint flexibility, muscular relaxation, and locomotive appendage freedom from chronic pain. This produces reduced stiffness, less discomfort, and enhanced movement freedom. Yet that's incomplete. Every locomotive appendage movement, standing, walking, or running, gets controlled by one vital element: muscular contractions. These contractions depend on minerals most people don't obtain sufficiently: potassium. Avocados rank among richest potassium sources, exceeding bananas. Why does this matter? Potassium maintains muscular function and prevents cramping. When experiencing sudden locomotive appendage tightening, awakening with painful nocturnal muscular spasms, or locomotive appendages frequently feeling weak after minimal effort, insufficient potassium could be responsible. Without adequate potassium, muscular network can't contract correctly, causing instability, weakness, and balance problems. This makes avocados transformative. They regulate these contractions, ensuring each step feels stable and strong. Now let's address more critical aspects: muscular protection. As we mature, muscular network doesn't simply weaken, it becomes more damage susceptible. Small tears and oxidative stress can slow recovery, causing long-term muscular loss. Yet powerful nutrients combat this: vitamin E. Vitamin E serves as antioxidants protecting muscular network from damage. It repairs muscular fibers, accelerates recovery, and prevents long-term deterioration. Consider this: muscular network experiences daily wear and tear. Whether walking, exercising, or standing for extended periods, it endures stress. Vitamin E counteracts that stress, maintaining locomotive appendage resilience over time. Here's the optimal aspect: avocados don't solely support muscular network and joints, they also enhance circulation. Proper circulation provides keys to delivering oxygen and nutrients to locomotive appendage muscular network, maintaining energy and preventing fatigue. Beneficial fats in avocados support cardiac health, ensuring smooth and efficient blood flow. This produces increased endurance, reduced heaviness, and improved overall locomotive appendage strength. How do you incorporate more avocados into diets? It's simpler than anticipated. Add slices to morning toast, blend into smoothies for creamy, nutrient-rich enhancement, mash into guacamole, or use as butter substitutes. You can mix into salads or consume directly with salt and pepper. Keys involve consistency. Eating single avocados monthly won't create differences, but making them regular meal components, that's when you'll experience genuine benefits: stronger muscular network, increased flexibility, reduced pain, and confident life movement. When desiring locomotive appendages that remain powerful, balanced, and pain-free during maturation, don't ignore this simple yet potent food. Fourth selection: berries. Maturation remains inevitable, but strength loss? That's optional. Daily, muscular network faces attacks, not from visible threats, but equally dangerous ones: oxidative stress. This silent force weakens muscular network, damages joints, and accelerates maturation. You experience it as stiffness, persistent soreness, or frustrating strength loss over time. Yet encouraging news exists: you can resist. Among most powerful weapons? Berries. Blueberries, strawberries, raspberries, these aren't merely delicious, they're muscle-protecting superfoods. Reasons: berries contain antioxidant abundance, your system's optimal defense against muscular deterioration. Daily, your system produces free radicals. These unstable molecules damage muscular cells, causing weakness, fatigue, and slow recovery. During youth, your system could combat them, but maturation weakens defenses unless you provide appropriate support. Berries contribute here. Their antioxidants neutralize free radicals, protecting muscular network from damage, accelerating recovery, and maintaining locomotive appendage strength longer. Yet that's merely beginning. Among greatest threats to locomotive appendage strength isn't muscular loss, it's inflammation. Chronic inflammation quietly destroys mobility. It makes each step harder, every movement stiffer, and each joint more painful. Over time, it can cause arthritis and long-term muscular loss. Berries rank among nature's most powerful anti-inflammatory foods. They contain compounds actively reducing inflammation, easing joint pain, improving flexibility, and maintaining smooth locomotive appendage movement. There's more. Most consider vitamin C solely immunity enhancers, but it's actually vital for muscular and joint health. Why? Because vitamin C fuels collagen production. Collagen provides foundations for muscular network, tendons, and joints. It maintains strength, flexibility, and resilience. Yet during maturation, your system produces less collagen. That's why muscular network loses firmness, joints feel rigid, and recovery slows. Berries restore that balance. They enhance collagen production, maintaining muscular network firmness, joint smoothness, and locomotive appendage resilience. Now let's discuss maximizing berry benefits. Eating them occasionally won't create significant changes, but establishing daily habits, that's where genuine benefits emerge. Begin with breakfast. Add blueberries to oatmeal or yogurt. Blend into smoothies for powerful muscle-fueling drinks. Consume fresh as snacks, or create berry compotes, simply simmer with water for naturally sweet toppings. Keys involve consistency. More frequent consumption provides more protection for muscular network and joints. Here's bonuses: berries don't solely strengthen systems, they sharpen minds. Research demonstrates berry antioxidants improve memory, focus, and brain function. While maintaining locomotive appendage strength, they're also maintaining mental sharpness. Berries combat oxidative stress, preventing muscular weakness. They reduce inflammation, easing joint pain. They enhance collagen production, maintaining muscular network and joint strength. They improve circulation, ensuring locomotive appendages receive necessary nutrients. They enhance brain function, maintaining sharpness during maturation. All from single, simple, natural foods. When committed to remaining strong, mobile, and pain-free, don't overlook berries. Strongest locomotive appendages don't solely result from exercise, they result from proper nutrition. Berries rank among optimal methods for fueling systems for future years. Begin today, future selves will appreciate it. Fifth selection: salmon. What if foods existed capable of helping build muscular strength, reduce pain, and maintain locomotive appendage strength for years ahead? That's precisely salmon's accomplishment. It's not simply protein, it's among highest quality sources systems can obtain. As you mature, muscular network requires more of it. Each step taken, every movement made, muscular network constantly breaks down and rebuilds. Yet problems exist. As you mature, system abilities to repair muscular tissue decelerate. Locomotive appendages begin feeling weaker, stair climbing becomes more challenging, and even rising after sitting feels like struggling. Most don't realize it's occurring until strength isn't what it previously was. Salmon contributes here. It contains protein abundance, providing muscular network with raw materials needed for remaining strong and active. Every bite supports muscular fiber rebuilding, maintaining locomotive appendage firmness and resilience. Yet salmon isn't solely about protein. It's also among richest omega-3 fatty acid sources. These beneficial fats accomplish remarkable things for muscular network. During maturation, inflammation accumulates in muscular network and joints. That's why many experience knee stiffness, locomotive appendage soreness, or sharp pain during movement. Yet omega-3s combat inflammation at origins, maintaining muscular flexibility, joint pain freedom, and smooth locomotive appendage movement. That's incomplete. Omega-3s enhance blood flow, ensuring muscular network receives oxygen and nutrients needed for optimal performance. When circulation proves poor, locomotive appendages feel heavy, tired, and sluggish. Yet with improved blood flow, they remain energized and strong. Here's unknown information: omega-3s also improve nerve function. Ever feel like locomotive appendages don't move as rapidly as previously? Like reflexes aren't as sharp? That occurs because nerve signals decelerate over time. Yet omega-3s maintain connection strength, supporting faster locomotive appendage responses and easier movement. Salmon also contains B vitamin abundance, especially B12. Here's why that matters: B vitamins fuel system energy production. Without them, muscular network doesn't receive power needed for functioning. That's why people not obtaining sufficient B12 often feel tired, sluggish, and weak. Yet salmon restores that energy, providing locomotive appendages with stamina for walking longer, climbing higher, and moving effortlessly. You can't maintain strong locomotive appendages without strong hearts, and salmon supports that too. Salmon's omega-3s lower bad cholesterol, reduce blood pressure, and maintain clear arteries. This produces improved circulation, better oxygen delivery, and enhanced endurance. Truth: weak circulation causes weak muscular network. Locomotive appendages depend on steady oxygen-rich blood supplies. When hearts aren't pumping efficiently, muscular network won't receive necessary nutrients, and they'll begin weakening. Yet when hearts remain strong, locomotive appendages stay strong. Optimal aspects: you don't need daily salmon consumption for seeing benefits. Just 2 to 3 weekly servings can create huge differences. Try grilling, baking, or adding to salads. Want quick, easy meals? Salmon with roasted vegetables and quinoa sides contains muscle-boosting nutrient abundance. Prefer lighter options? Salmon in fresh salads with avocado and leafy greens provides everything locomotive appendages need in single meals. When rushed, canned salmon proves equally powerful. Simply mix with lemon juice, olive oil, and spices for quick protein boosts. When desiring continued walking, climbing, and confident movement, salmon ranks among optimal foods you can consume. It rebuilds muscular network, reduces inflammation, improves blood flow, enhances nerve function, and strengthens hearts. Every bite fuels muscular network, every meal brings you closer to stronger, healthier, more active systems. Don't wait until locomotive appendages feel weak. Begin eating salmon now and maintain strength for years ahead. Sixth selection: eggs. Reasons exist why athletes, bodybuilders, and doctors endorse eggs. It's not solely because they're affordable and simple to prepare, it's because they rank among most complete nutrition sources for muscular strength, energy, and recovery. When maintaining locomotive appendage strength, stability, and pain freedom during maturation, eggs prove truly powerful. Reasons: first, eggs contain complete protein. This means they possess all 9 essential amino acids, building block systems need for repairing and rebuilding muscular tissue. During maturation, muscular network naturally loses mass. You might notice locomotive appendages feeling weaker, balance becoming unsteady, or simple activities like stair climbing getting harder. That occurs because systems aren't repairing muscular tissue as efficiently as previously. Yet when consuming high-quality protein like eggs, you're providing systems with exact nutrients needed for slowing muscular loss and rebuilding strength. That's merely beginning. Eggs also contain vitamin D abundance. Here's why that's critical. Vitamin D isn't solely for bones, it's essential for muscular strength too. Actually, studies demonstrate low vitamin D levels directly link to weak muscular network, poor coordination, and increased fall risks. Concerning aspects: most experience vitamin D deficiency without realizing it. That's why older adults not obtaining sufficient vitamin D often struggle with fatigue, muscular weakness, and joint pain. Yet eggs naturally contain this powerful vitamin, ensuring bones remain strong, muscular network stays active, and locomotive appendages continue moving easily. Something else within eggs most don't know about: choline. It's not well-known nutrients, but it serves huge roles in maintaining locomotive appendage strength and responsiveness. Why? Because choline directly supports nerve-muscular communication. This means every time you step, lift locomotive appendages, or shift weight, systems send signals through nervous systems for controlling those movements. During maturation, these signals can decelerate. You might notice locomotive appendages don't react as rapidly, balance feels unstable, or you feel unsteady when walking on uneven surfaces. Yet choline maintains connection sharpness, ensuring nerves and muscular network cooperate efficiently, so you remain stable, coordinated, and strong. Don't forget, eggs also contain beneficial fat abundance, B vitamins, and antioxidants, all supporting energy production, reducing inflammation, and protecting muscular cells from damage. What's optimal methods for adding eggs to diets? You don't need dozens daily, just 1 or 2 eggs daily can create huge differences in locomotive appendage strength and mobility. Scramble them, boil them, create omelets with vegetables, or blend into protein-packed smoothies. Important aspects involve consistency, because more you nourish muscular network now, stronger they'll become in future years. When desiring continued confident walking, muscular loss prevention, and remaining independent as long as possible, don't overlook eggs. They rank among simplest, most affordable, and most powerful foods you can add to diets. Optimal aspects: they don't solely strengthen locomotive appendages, they energize entire systems, sharpen minds, and fuel days with lasting energy. Next time planning meals, remember this. Adding eggs to diets represents among easiest methods for controlling strength, mobility, and long-term health. Conclusion: your locomotive appendages serve as foundations, and when they weaken, everything else follows. Yet you're not powerless. By incorporating these 6 foods into diets, you're providing muscular network with exactly what it needs for remaining strong, stable, and energetic. This produces increased movement, greater independence, and enhanced life quality. Now I want to hear from you. Which of these foods do you already consume, and which surprised you most? Inform me in comments. When you found this discussion helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and activate notifications so you never miss life-changing health guidance. When curious about more powerful foods combating maturation, check out our next discussion. Stay strong, stay healthy, and keep moving.